I am on a mission. I want to build an excellent library for my children. I want all genres, all types, all ages. I want my children to have access to good reading material anytime they want. So in line with that, I have a book haul today that I'm going to share with you that I picked up from 3 different places. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. So like I said, today I have books from 3 different places. I have from Lifeway books online. I have from thrift stores around here. We like to go thrift shopping, and I've picked up a haul from there. And I have some that I found on Facebook Marketplace. I have kind of a wide variety. I have a few things that are at age level currently for my children, but not much. Most of the things I've picked up are probably more aimed towards like middle school age, preteen, teenage, even up into that. If you've read any books, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts on them. Comment below and let me know if you have any favorites that you see as I'm showing these. So the first stack I'm going to show you is actually going to be the ones I found on Facebook Marketplace. These are my homeschool curriculum items, and I was really happy to find them because I've been looking for them. So the first 2 are the Get Set for the Code and Go for the Code, books B and C. And I found these on there in mint, brand new condition in our area for maybe half the price that you can buy them online new, even on the cheapest sites. So I was very happy to find these because I'm going to be using these with my daughter, spoiler, this coming year. And then the other pieces of homeschool curriculum I found, people might think it's funny for me to buy these because they are so far ahead of where my children are at. I'm in kindergarten, right? And I just bought 8th grade and 6th grade material, but I know that I want to use these. So I found the Saxon Math 8.7 and Saxon Math 6.5 in excellent conditions. And these were not local. These I had to ship in from Facebook Marketplace. And it may sound funny to buy these this far in advance, but I was homeschooled and I used Saxon Math growing up. And I know that I want to use Saxon Math with my kids. And I also know that I want to use this edition of Saxon Math, these hardback 2nd edition books, not their new 3rd or 4th edition paperbacks. Things have changed, and I know that these are the ones I want, and they're hard to find. They're out of print. A lot of people want these ones. And so to find a set in good condition are quite spendy. So knowing that I want to use these, knowing that I want that particular edition, and knowing that they're not very cheap to find, I've been keeping my eyes open for them. And I have found the complete set with these. These were the last 2 of the set that I wanted. Of these hardback. And so I found those for about $20 per set, which is such a great price. And that completes my Saxon Math set for the older grades. So I was really happy to find those, even though it's way above where my children are now. So those were my Marketplace finds. The next one I'm going to share with you are my Lifeway book finds, and I found these on their online store in their clearance section. I didn't realize they had such good prices in their clearance section. The shipping's not free, but it's pretty affordable if you're going to do a couple of books because the price doesn't go up for quite some time. You can get, I think we got like 7 books for the $4 of shipping, so it really spread out like 50 cents a book. So the first one I found was 8 Great Smarts for Homeschoolers, and I had seen this from another homeschool mama on YouTube, and had borrowed it from my library, read about half of it, and went, I think I'd like to own this one. And so actually I was searching online for this book when I ran across it on Lifeway, and that's how I discovered their clearance section. So I'm excited to have this. I'm excited to read the second half of it, and maybe I'll be sharing more about this in the future with you guys. The next 2 are probably the ones that are most age applicable to my children right now, and they are Do Great Things for God. This is a series that I think a couple of authors have now contributed towards a newer series of women heroes, Christian heroes for children. So I have Betty Green, and this is the founder of MAF, and then I have Gladys Aylward. And I love these. I saw them and I was captivated by them. I thought, what a great way to introduce little kids to these stories before they're really old enough to like follow along to a big autobiography. They're small picture book. I like the illustrations. They're hardback, so they feel like they'll hold up. And there's a whole set of like 10 of these now. So check these out if you're interested. I think we're going to really enjoy these with my daughters. And then the last series that I found on Lifeway for an awesome price, and I was super excited to find because I've wanted this series for a while, is the Wing Feather Saga. And if you have not read this series, do it. These are going to be awesome for our children when they get older, but actually they're one of my favorite series to read too. So I think these are going to be a family read aloud eventually. And I'm sure that my children will read them over and over. And so I found these, I think they were like $2.97 a book. And these are really nice, hardback, beautifully bound books. And And so I was thrilled to come across these brand new for that price. Okay, so lastly, we have the thrift store books. So they're not immaculate, they're not perfect, but you can find a great variety of used books at thrift stores for an excellent price. So I'm just going to kind of run through them quickly. Like I said, if you see anything that you've read and really enjoyed, let me know, because I would love to know a little bit more about some of these. So we have The Black Stallion, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator. And I have read this one. This is the sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, if you're not familiar with this one. So this is the next book in that series. Classic, Charlotte's Web, 101 Dalmatians. And I did not know that this was a book before it became a movie. So I am a massive fan of books over movies. I think the books are always better. And I grabbed this and I couldn't help but read it when I got it. And I really liked it. It was cute. And I would say it's a little bit less scary than the movie for children. I remember just being scared of the movie. Cruella de Vil was such a creepy person to me as a child. And so she still is, but books have a way of toning things down, and it's written in a really lighthearted and fun manner. So this I thought was a great find, especially since I didn't even know it existed. Then I found The Great Turkey Walk, which I had seen somebody mention in a YouTube recently that they have along with their reading. So I was kind of glad to find this one. And then 2 of the older Nancy Drew series, number 3 and number 23. I'm just slowly picking these up as I find them places, because this is a series I'll have for my daughters as they get a little older. We also found Gregor and the Code of Claw, and this is number 5 in her series. We have, I think, 1 through 3. I don't think I have book 4, but it's her Gregor the Overlander series, and I've read them and enjoyed them, and I think they're kind of a fun adventure / fantasy-esque book that I think young boys can enjoy, and so I think I wanted to pick up some more of those kind for my son as he gets older. And then Patricia St. John, Treasures of the Snow, and I have not read this in so long that I forget what it's about. I just remember that my mom had this and I read it and I liked it. And this was a series that we liked. So I grabbed that. And then I got 2 of the Redwall series. Again, not the first, necessarily second ones, but I know these are earlier on in the series. But Mossflower and Marielle of Redwall. And I liked these series as a kid. I think they're fun reads. And so I figured, as I see them for $1 here and there, I'll grab them for my kids and just slowly have some of these accessible to them. And then I also found The Ranger's Apprentice, and this is book 7. I think I have 1 through 4 currently. So another adventure series that I'm just picking up for my kids as I find them here and there. Grab the ones I see, and I'll slowly build the whole set. And then a few more I have. This one is the younger biographical series, Brother Andrew. I love his story. I know the original biography can be a little bit hard to read, so this is a good way of introducing it to slightly younger readers. And then I picked up some classics. We picked up Around the World in 80 Days. So this is definitely a classic. And Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen, which I enjoy. So this one's for me as much as for my children. And then one other book that's just a fun family read aloud, Patrick McManus, Real Ponies Don't Go Oink. And I have not read this one, but I have read several Patrick McManus, and they are humorous. He's an outdoorsman. He writes so well, and tales of his childhood and his adulthood, and he's just hilarious to read. And as far as I can remember, pretty clean, so they are family friendly. So we grab these when we see them. So this is one we didn't have, so couldn't help but pick that one up. And that's what I have. So I feel like I have quite a pile there. I get excited when I find books that I want. And when I bring home a big stack of books to add to our library, it makes me really happy. And it makes me happy to know that my children will have good material on hand for them. So I am sure that you will see more book hauls from me because I love finding them, especially as summer's coming around and yard sales are happening. I'm going to be looking there. So keep your eyes open if you enjoy these, and I'm sure I will have more of them for you.